So in this video, I'm going to configure this area as a stub, and there are 4 different types of stub here. One of them is going to be stub. Stub means that there is going to be a default route, which means that anything that I don't have in my database is going to be routed using a default route. Configuration is pretty easy, and all I need to do is to go to all routers, of course, not just one router, all routers inside the area, including the ABR, of course, and say that this area 2 is a stub area. Okay, so in previous video I checked the database. You can see that I have these summary LSAs here, which I have received from router 3. So what I'm going to do in R13 is to say router OSPF1, this is the process ID that I have. I'm going to say area 2 is stub. So that's it. So what are the options? I have stub and I have NSSA. These two are the most important part. So I have area 2 configured as a stub. Now, as soon as I do this, if I just commit the configuration and then check the OSPF neighbor, you can see that the adjacency is gone because all routers should have the same configuration inside this area. So I'm going to go to router 12. I'm going to say router OSPF1. Area 2 is a stub. And then I'm going to commit it, and the same configuration goes on router 3. So I have logged out, so I need to say router OSPF1 area 2 is a stub. Okay, and I'm going to commit it, and as soon as I do this, the area is going to reconverge and all the adjacencies are going to come up. Now if I just show you the running configuration of OSPF here, you can see that I have just configured this as a stub, and the only interface that I have right now under this is going to be this one. Okay, so now going back to router 13, I'm going to say show IP OSPF database one more time. So what do I have here? Like I said, I have a default route advertised into here, and this default route of course is advertised by ABR, which is the router between the 2 areas. But I still have all the prefixes here. The thing is, if I show IP routing table here, when we have more specific routes like these, we are going to use them. And if we don't have any longer prefix, then we're going to go and resort to this default route that we have here. Okay, so you would say, why would I have so much information here? I can just again go with the summary default route. I don't really need to have all those routes in here. So what I need to do is to go back to router 3 and say, okay, do not send anything to here. Do not send all these summary LSAs, which are LSA type 3, to there. So I'm going to, as a matter of fact, say that no summary. That's it. And because ABR does that, I only need to do it on ABR. So I'm going to go to router 3, and I'm going to say area 2 is a stub, but I'm not going to send any, and here of course there should be an A. I'm not sending any summary to there, so that's it. So I'm going to say commit, and that's it. I don't need to have this no summary on other routers because they are not ABRs. Only ABR sends summary information to the other routers, so router 12 and 13 are not eligible for that. If you just configure that command on these, that's not going to have any effect on the topology. Going back to router 13, I'm going to check the database one more time and also the routing table. So I'm going to say show IP OSPF database. As you can see, all the summary LSAs are withdrawn. All I have is just a default route. That's exactly what I wanted to have. And then if I just check routing table is this. Now there are 2 things. All the routes are available for me. So if I just say ping 10, 10, 25, 5, ping is going to go through because I have a default route. The other side knows about me. So if I just go to here and say show IP route, you can see that it have full information about my network, which is 125 and also 123. So I'm available to that. It is available to me, so there is no problem in having the routing here. Okay, so for area 2, that's okay. What about other areas? I'm going to configure this in the next video as a matter of fact, but I'm going to tell you what is going to happen when I do this. So I would say area 3 is here. Area 3 has one exit point, and that would be this one. One exit point to other areas, other OSPF areas. And basically what I mean by that is this. Let me just show you. I have my network, my internal network as this. This is my internal network. Everything that I have inside this enclosed area. This BGPA is 200. It's another network. It doesn't belong to me. Or if it belongs to me, that's a separate domain. I have not configured it inside my own network. So let's say that this does not belong to me. Okay, so now that I have this, area 3 has only one exit point into other areas inside my enterprise. But area 3 has one specific feature which is important for us. Area 3 is connected to other networks, which means that if I want to reach to those networks from inside my enterprise, what I need to do is to go through router 15 to the other side. Let me just go with another color. I need to go through router 15 to the other side. So router 15 is going to have an adjacency with this router 16, which belongs to another enterprise, in case we want to have routable paths to each other. So we want to reach to the other side. These two are going to redistribute into each other. Or maybe let's say, for example, router 15 is going to be my redistributor here. In this case, what I want to say is router 15 is going to be my area border, or autonomous system border router. So router 15 is going to act as ASBR for me. And when we have this means that anything that we have received from here into my network, I'm going to send it to other parts of the network as well. Which means that area 3 should not be a normal stub area. As a matter of fact, I'm going to say this is not so stubby. So I'm going to configure this network as not so stubby, because this is kind of a stub, but not so stubby, because it is connected to other networks. So I'm going to do this in the next video.